So, good morning, Dr. Peter. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh, Dear all, we have a person who has pursued his PhD from IISc Bangalore, the topmost institution in India, who has worked in Wipro, IBM, and right now he is the chief architect of Geo on the platform we are using right now. Together, we have published a dozen research papers in the field of SOA, system-oriented architecture, ubiquitous computing, IoT, and several other things, artificial intelligence also. And when he wrote his first book, a couple of books, he asked me to revise and get the updation done so that I can get his books up to the mark. But I said it is already up to the mark. I cannot contribute anything, and that's how we understood that yes, there is a wavelength match. That he's honest, high moral values, and all those things. Just one incident I remember that once he called his PhD student. He said, "Today I'm not coming." He said, "Is it good for you?" Only one question. Immediately within half an hour, his PhD student was with him. Is it good for you? Simple question, but has high moral values and ethics. And the student was with him. So that kind of personality we have. And we are going to learn from him, from his vast experience. After his PhD from IISc Bangalore, he pursued two postdoctorates from Japan. And being chief architect, we'll try to know what exactly his job is. We'll try to know what exactly how the education in the field of information and communication technology should be, so that the next generation can achieve the sustainable development goals on Mother Earth and wherever humans may go on Moon, Mars, and beyond. So please, Dr. Peter, it is your floor now, please.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor, for the opportunity given to me to share some of the things that I could learn in the past years. Okay, on sustainability. Okay, so thank you for your introduction also. So currently, I work for Reliance Geo Platforms Limited. So we are extensively focusing on artificial intelligence, model engineering, evaluation, optimization, deployment on cloud environments. So that's what our team is doing in Geo. So as far as the prime question regarding the sustainability and the education, so I just completed a book chapter on climate change mitigation technologies. So
Great.
I would like to focus more on that in this conversation with Dr. Ashish. Okay, so sustainability is very, very vital thing for the world to grow, to be sustained in the years to come. Sustainability has to be taught in the school, in the colleges, in the universities. Students and faculty members have to be instructed clearly about the importance, the significance of sustainability. Otherwise, the world is going the wrong direction without sustainability because of so many industrialization, manufacturing, and extensive use of urban transportation, that carbon dioxide emission, that green gas emission is going up, that induces global warming. When the global warming happens, the climate change, when the climate change occurs, we can expect two kinds of extremes. We can experience very hot, similarly very cold also. Similarly, we can experience droughts, and the other side heavy rain also. So both are dangerous risk for common people in this world. So climate change mitigation is a very, very important topic for each and every student, every faculty members, every common citizen to be understood fully, so that they can embark on the mitigation aspect. So herein, governments are planning so many things. They are formulating different policies to control climate change, global warming. National governments across the globe are gathering and formulating a lot of things. They are making rules and regulation, policies, best practices, guidelines, all these things they are working out. These things have to be clearly taught to in the colleges, in the universities, in the institutes, so that students from the early age itself understand the significance of climate change mitigation, so that they can accommodate as per the expectation of this world, so that this world can be sustained for a long time. Okay, so herein, as a researcher in artificial intelligence, I would like to focus on couple of things. Okay,
Okay.
so the world is accepting the fact that artificial intelligence has the power to control the climate change, power to control global warming, to eliminate or to moderate, to minimize that green gas emission, carbon dioxide emission into this our fragile environment, so that our environment can be sustained for long. Okay, so AI has that capability because a lot of atmospheric data, weather data, manufacturing data, industrialization data are getting collected, and they are being crunched using artificial intelligence platforms, frameworks, algorithms, models. Okay, so what does it mean? When we have a large amount of big data, industrial data, weather data, climate data, these data can be subjected to a variety of investigations, so that this investigation will emit a lot of actionable insights for the governments, for the people, for the administrators. All kinds of people will get benefit out of such kind of innovation that are happening in the AI space. Why? Because AI can predict what will happen, how to moderate the spread of global warming, how to minimize this one carbon dioxide emission. So all these things will be clearly predicted and prescribed by the power of AI, so that people and government can take proactive, preemptive measures to control the spread of such a poisonous gas among the people, among the environment, and the so that is one thing. So any data-driven industry can immensely benefit out of AI advancements, AI improvisations. Okay, so that is the power of AI. So AI is being recommended as the most innovative, most disruptive, and transformative
Okay.
technology,
Yeah.
transformative technology for clearly controlling that green gas emission across the globe, across the planet Earth.
You see
Okay, so that
why
is
I
one
laughed,
aspect.
Dr. Peter, why I laughed? Because it is disrupting the real disruption.
Yeah,
Yeah, please go
thank
ahead.
you. Yeah, so AI is the way go forward for the world to embark on countermeasures to mitigate the dangers, the risk, that are being posed by this global warming. Okay, that is one thing. A lot of atmospheric data, a lot of satellite data, weather data are being meticulously collected nowadays. So with the AI models, with the competent AI models, it is possible to predict what is going to happen, how the government can take some controlling measures, countermeasures, so that people can live safely, securely in this planet Earth. So that is one thing. So data can be converted into information, information can be converted into knowledge with the power of AI. So we cannot decline that. We have to accept the fact that AI has the power, AI has the inherent power to help us in sustaining our environment for long. So that is one thing. Other side, AI is very dangerous also. That means
Yeah,
today,
what?
if you take today if you take
Yeah.
LLM, large language model, or any kind of deep learning networks,
Yes.
deep neural networks, DNNs. Okay, so for we are comfortable with the Chat GPT and other LLM models. now even small language models are also coming up in order to reduce the memory and storage sizes of computers that are needed for accommodating these LLMs. So
Even cell phones.
LLM training, that
Yeah,
is large language model training, typically consumes hundreds of computers. It will run for hundreds of, maybe 5 or 6 days, maybe more than that, continuously. What does it mean? A lot of computational resources are getting consumed for LLM training,
yeah,
because LLM has to be trained on trillions of tokens. It can be English, it can be any other languages.
language. Yeah,
So billions of parameters have to be stored in that LLM. So LLM model takes a lot of computational resources to be trained, to be tested, to be deployed, to be inferred. Also, LLM consumes a lot of storage spaces. Then the network bandwidth that is needed for data transmission, that is also very huge. So in short, precisely speaking, AI is contributing for global warming. AI is consuming a lot of computational resources. AI is consuming a lot of electricity. When a lot of power energy gets consumed, a lot of heat gets dissipated into our environment. When a lot of heat gets dissipated into our environment, automatically the global warming comes into picture. So the AI can be a solace, or it can be a solution for global warming. On the other side, AI induces global warming. So AI is a very double-edged sword. So that's what I would like to tell here. So
so
I
how to get converted into single sword then? How
Yeah,
to
yeah. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I am coming. And that's
yeah,
what I am coming. So
yeah,
we discussed about how AI comes handy in controlling the green gas emission on one side. Other
yeah.
side, I just indicated because of large scale language model, high-end deep learning model, like face recognition, speech recognition, object detection. So all these AI models are typically consuming a lot of electricity, lot of computational resources. When we have lot of computational resources, air condition is needed, so that consumes lot of electricity. So in summation, lot of electricity gets consumed by AI modeling, my AI training. So that is the biggest drawback of AI. Now there are several technologies to control that electricity consumption for training. So people are talking about small language model. So we one said large language model comprising billions of parameters and trillions of tokens. Other side, AI researchers and scientists are focusing on producing a small language model that consume very less amount of parameters and tokens. So that cumulatively the less amount of electricity gets wasted for training small language model. That is one approach. Still, the performance of small language model is comparable to the performance of large language model. That means the accuracy that is being exhibited by large language model can also be exhibited by small language model. That's one thing. Of course, there is some kind of trade-off on accuracy aspect. That is
Okay.
definitely there, but still, for certain cases, small language models are being recommended so that model training, model evaluation, model retraining, fine tuning, and other things can consume very less electricity, can consume very less computational resources, storage resources. That is the one approach, prominent approach, considering LLM model training consume a lot of electricity. That is one thing. Apart from that, there are several other techniques like model optimization and compression techniques. So we are using in geo pruning, quantization, knowledge distillation. These are all some of the techniques that are being leveraged for compressing, for optimizing AI model generation. That means if you take the model size is 1 GB or 1 terabyte, at least 70-80% compression can be accomplished on these models just
That's
by
great.
using pruning and quantization. So when the model size comes down, automatically the computation resources required for modeling that, the electricity consumption, the storage requirement, all other technical requirements will come down sharply, will come down significantly. So that is the power of this optimization and compression techniques. That is one another aspect researchers are extensively leveraging for reducing the electricity consumption while model gets trained. That is the second thing. Third thing, there are some more techniques like fine tuning. Fine tuning also another interesting technique for making your LLM to work well in a particular domain for solving a particular task by training that generic pre-trained foundational LLM model on specific data set. So that is the trick. That is a technique that is being followed by for fine tuning. That is another aspect, another technique that is also reducing the consumption of electricity. So that is the third thing. So similarly, there are other techniques like AI-centric processors like GPUs, TPUs, tensor processing units,
Yeah.
NPU, neural processing unit. Then what else? There are so many other innovations that are happening on the hardware side also. So parallel computing can be accomplished through such kind of powerful processes. When the parallel processing capabilities are being leveraged for training LLMs,
Yeah.
automatically the time taken to train an LLM should come down very sharply. That means when the time comes down, automatically the power consumption, everything will come down significantly, remarkably. So that is another aspect researchers across the globe are working on the requirement of how to reduce the electricity consumption by AI model engineering. Okay, so that is the second side. So I have thrown some light on both sides. IT is AI is being leveraged for sustainability of our environments. Also, we have talked about several techniques so that AI should not consume too much power energy, so that our ultimate aim of reducing, moderating, minimizing climate change can be accomplished through AI. So that is the direction in which AI researchers are working out. So there are both sides. One side, AI is the contributor for moderating global warming. Other side, because of the big data, because of the requirements for high-end deep
Yeah.
learning models across the globe, AI is being widely used across, so that a lot of high-end, competent, high-quality data-driven AI models are being produced. So these AI model being produced consume a lot of electricity, as I told you many times.
Yeah.
So also I articulated some techniques that will come handy in reducing the power requirement for AI
Yes,
model
Dr. Peter, in fact, if you reduce the power, then the same techniques, if humanoids go on the moon or Mars, with the little data, with the little energy that will be consumed over there, because solar panels will be manufacturing the electricity, for example. Otherwise, we'll have to take atomic or ion reactors over there and produce the electricity, and they will have to recharge, the robots will have to recharge. So these techniques can be used not only on the Earth, but also wherever humans may go. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, so we are talking about 6G communication. Today we are experiencing and enjoying 5G communication.
Yeah.
5G typically tackles only the earth. So two human beings can connect and talk. But 6G has the vision of connecting not only the earth, but also the space, also the waters. So
Yeah.
anybody inside the water also can talk with people on the earth. Similarly, people who are on the earth can talk with the people who are on the satellite.
Yeah.
So satellite communication is
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
So 6G is integrating all three: space, water, land. So
Yeah.
land communication, water communication, space communication will be made possible through the leverage of 6G communication. So we are expecting around 2030 6G communication networks will be deployed across the globe, maybe 2030 plus afterwards. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is the scenario currently. Now, as you told, when we go to other the
Celestial
space,
bodies. Mm.
yeah, so there also the communication will flow. In that case, atmospheric data can be collected in the space rather than sending that data to the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Instead, the data can be collected in the space. There, it can be crunched to extract some kind of actionable inside there itself.
Yeah.
So, when for creating actionable insights out of data, we have to run AI models in the space also. So
Yes.
I think, as per your question, I probably assume and accept the fact that with less electricity consumed AI model engineering, it is possible in the space also, in the moon or
Because
Mars. Or,
suppose moon is just 1 second away, but Mars is at least 23 to 25 minutes light minutes away from us. So they will have to take their own decision and act accordingly. The humanoids and the people working over there, and that's why,
yeah.
yeah, your models are very important. That is what I said.
Yeah, so real-time communication, real-time action, real-time analytics, real-time processing, all are important for creating real-time services, real-time capabilities. So that is very much important. So when we say real-time, you cannot send the data from the space to the land to be processed by cloud servers,
Yeah.
cloud AI servers. Okay, so the mechanism has to be like this. So we have to collect the data in the space, we have to clean the data, crunch the data, so that real-time insights, real-time intelligence, real-time cognition can be obtained, can be accomplished there itself. Instead of sending the data to earth and processing here, then taking the insights from the earth to the other planets, that will not work
Yes.
out for certain cases. So it is always accepted that real-time processing, real-time insights are needed for creating real-time use cases.
That's great. So, can you say something finally that if that thing to happen, that going to moon and achieving sustainable development goes here as well as on the moon, because if we start whatever we have suffered here, environmental catastrophe we are suffering, so to avoid that we have to start from the word go, that it should be better fashion that we start from the zero, so that we will not face on that those places wherever we go. So what kind of education system should be there? I mean to say that right from ethics and values, it should be inculcated from the right from the childhood till they pursue maybe whatever they pursue in future. So please tell me your crux how it should be.
Yeah, so in the institution, the universities today, technologies are given much importance because ultimately every engineer wants to have a job. So when
Yeah.
he has a technical competency, technical skills, then only he can get a job. So the institution, universities are simply focusing on teaching and skilling their students with the latest technologies like IoT, artificial intelligence,
Yes.
cyber security, cloud native computing, edge computing, all these things. So, but due to the situation prevailing on the planet Earth, due to the extreme manufacturing and the extreme urban transportation, climate change is happening.
Yeah.
So, along with the technologies, each and every student has to be taught the importance of sustainability, the importance of technologies leverage for enhancing the sustainability. Also, they have to taught all the rules and regulations to be followed. They have to clearly understand if you are not serious or sincere enough on controlling the impacts of climate change, the world can become a oven, okay, in maybe in the long run. Okay,
Yeah.
so along with the technologies, my point is students have to be given a long rope on learning the importance of sustainability, sustainable technologies, sustainable best practices, sustainable platforms. All these things they have to be taught so that students from the young age itself will understand the implication, bad implications of climate change. Accordingly, they can adapt so that adapt their everyday life so
Great.
that people in the our next generation people can reasonably live a very good life in the planet Earth.
Yeah. So anything you want to add finally?
Finally, yeah. So the world has clearly accepted the fact that AI has the competency, capability to control, to play a very, very vital role in shaping up the sustainability goals. So, of course, today AI is being leveraged for automation, orchestration of multiple industrial processes. But we have to focus on the converging AI with climate change, AI with climate global warming, sustainability. So that convergence will help the faculty as well as the students to understand how AI can help in sustaining our environment. Also, as I told, AI has some dangers for the sustainability goal. So
Yeah.
that also have to be clearly taught to the students. So my point is this: the convergence of AI with the sustainability is the way forward.
Okay. So thank you very much. And it was a very good conversation where a scientist, a consultant, a technology expert, and who is in fact the chief architect of Geo has spoken out his heart and soul over here that moral values integrated with the technology can make human civilization sustainable not only on earth but wherever they may go. Am I right, Dr. Peter?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. Thanks for your invaluable time. uh, what else? That's all I can say. Thank you very much. Take care, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.